Hey everyone, it's Jenny from Homestead Corner. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about changes in prepping. So today I thought we'd talk a little bit about how prepping is about to change. It's starting to change. I mean, we need to think a little bit differently to stay on top of things. I think it's important for each and every one of us to tweak the way that we are thinking. Today, we can run out to the grocery store and we can stock up on items. There might not be everything we want there, and some things we might not be able to afford. But there's still stuff there, and there are still things that are affordable. So we can still grab stuff at the store and stockpile it, save it, put it away, however you do it, put it into your food storage. That's great. But as things progress, things have changed so much in this country over the last year, and everybody, I'm sure, can see it. Things are definitely different. With these prices rising, it's harder to get as much at the grocery store. You can't just run in and get 20 things for $20 every time. It's not going to happen. You get what's available and you store what you can. And sometimes you can't store as much because things are more expensive, but your income's not really going up, but the price of things are going up. So we need to look at changing the way we prep. Is there a different path for this? How are we going to stay ahead on this? This is something that's really important. If we don't stay ahead, we're going to fall behind. We cannot get stagnant with this. I think right now it is super important to look at those self-reliance skills. Can you raise your own fruits and vegetables? Do you know how to do it? Have you done it? Or raising your own meat? There are some animals are a lot easier than others. I have had chickens for about 9 years and they are super easy. They really are. If you just keep them clean, they are really easy. And I still have some of my original flock, 2 chickens that we just held on to them because the kids named them. And you don't want to eat them once you name them. It really breaks your heart. You don't want to do that. But chickens are super easy. Rabbits are another one. Rabbits are really easy to raise. They don't take up a lot of space. You can build little colonies, hutches, whatever, and you could do that out of scraps and things like that. Quail are another way. They're just little teeny birds, and they also lay eggs for that protein. And, you're getting those little teeny birds in the end. So there are tons of different things we need to look at. Making more of our own stuff, reusing more things. We are such a throwaway society, and a lot of people just chuck so many things. Oh, it doesn't work, throw it away, buy a new one. Because in recent years, everything was so cheap, you could just do that, just chuck it, it didn't matter, you just got another one. And that's how our society is. Things are made cheaply so they don't last. And we really need to look at, maybe paying a little bit more up front so the product is going to last us longer. And not just because the price is higher, it's better. That is not the case. Sometimes the price is higher and it's worse. So, research, research, research. They get you. They will get you if you don't pay attention. It's really crazy. But there are so many things that we can be doing, services that we know how to do that could be useful. Maybe you're really good at baking bread, things like that, so you don't have to buy it at the store. I can bake bread, and I do bake some breads, but if I can get it at the store cheap enough, I do. We all take the easy route when it's available, but when it becomes unavailable, we need to be ready for all of this stuff to change. And getting ready and starting to do these things, I think, are so important. You know, do you know how to make your own cleaning supplies? It's pretty easy to do. There are tons of recipes. Also, your own hygiene supplies, can you make those? You can really cover the gamut with self-reliance skills and reduce the amount that you need to live on so you can get the things that you need. And I think that is so important at this time, because as things get more expensive, we just can't afford some things. So will we have to raise more of our own meat? There's a good possibility of that. It's looking that way right now. And, you know, are we going to have to grow more of our own food? If trucking is disrupted for, you know, this crazy gas thing, trucks can't get gas. Some trucks can't, you know, they have to fill up. They cannot move products without gas. And if trucks get stopped, and, you know, trucking is, if it stops or slows down even, that reduces the amount of supply. We've got to count on us, not anybody else. We have to count on what we can do and how we can do it. So I think it is a great idea to, you know, think about what kind of animals could you raise if you're a meat eater. If you're not, you know, how big of a garden can you grow? And what grows good in your area? Self-reliance is really going to be the new prepping. And as things change, we're not going to have a choice. We are going to, the only way to survive, we are going to have to do it ourselves and make do with what we have. And I would love to know what all of you are working on for self-reliance skills. If you are you gardening? Do you raise any animals? Do you forage? Foraging is a great way to get food that is just naturally grows around you. There is tons of food out there if you just know what it is. And I have seen online quite a few in our local area, people that take people out into the woods and teach them, you can pick this, you can pick this, you know, all different things. What kind of mushrooms are edible? There are those classes out there. I think those are 100% important. If you don't have a friend that already forages, I think one of those classes is a great idea, because a lot of plants have, one is great and one looks very similar, but it can poison you. So I think it's really important to look at those aspects of it. And if you have someone that teaches foraging in your area, that is a wonderful way to get started. And even if it was 25 or 50 bucks, it could save your life. And even if it's 25 or 50 bucks for a one-day class, it could save your life. Knowing what's out there, when you can pick it, and you know, you'll have food. You'll be able to eat. We are currently, it is, you know, dandelion and fiddlehead time here. So we're picking away and getting what we can and storing it up. Dandelions make great wine, jelly, all kinds of stuff. The roots are wonderful. The leaf, you can eat the whole plant. It's really great. There's tons of uses for all of it, and fiddleheads are just delicious. I just love them. And that is it for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.